Shalom, giving all praise to Yahweh Shalom Shem Kakodash. Giving all praise to Yahweh Shem Kakodash. I don't know where I'm going to go with this. Let's call this video, today's video, let's see where the Spirit takes me. I really didn't have nothing to say. I was on the computer for about an hour, just checking out the different videos that were just put up. And some of the comments went to various different videos. Saw a couple of things that Vocab had recently put up with David Wood, trying to get the Spirit, give me something. Anyway, I came across this video. This is put up by Salt of the Earth Productions. The wicked flee where none pursueth. There's a 22-minute, 10-second video, as you can see. I'm at the 2-minute, 47-second mark. But you got to watch the whole thing. Wait a minute, let me come here. They got signs up, right? They're pretty much against, okay, so the world must recognize that Israel is not a Jewish state. It is totally rejected by Judaism. So these, and I spoke to some Hasidim, but one guy in particular, we had a long talk. And he said that there's really two groups of Hasidim. There's one group that, I said, why are they over there in Israel and why are you over here in the States? And he said, because there's two different sects. They said that they believe that they're here until the Messiah comes, gets them and take them back to Israel, which is correct according to several precepts. Hosea 1, Ezekiel 37, the last couple of verses, just to name two precepts. But then he spoke about the other group that's over there. Their belief is that they got to be there so when the Lord comes back, they can be ready for him. You know, they can like summon them into the state of Israel. That's what they teach. Oh, and another thing, they don't even have, they haven't fulfilled prophecy. 48ers haven't really fulfilled prophecy because it wasn't the land of Israel anyway, or Palestine. It's that whole region of land, that whole cut of land that's between the Red Sea and the Euphrates River. So that's all of Saudi Arabia. These people are not in Saudi Arabia. Who's in Saudi Arabia? Ishmaelites, Arabs. Let's say the word Arabs, because it's a mixed group of people. Because you really can't pinpoint who an Ishmaelite from a Midianite. Yeah, there might be a group say that they descend from Ishmaelite, but the term is Arab, which means mix. It's Hebrew. It means mix. Arabic, it means Arab, means mix, a mixed group of people of that region of the earth. So it says, the wicked flee where none pursueth. I believe these individuals are part of Sakari. I'm gonna go to excuse me. Okay, I don't see anything with Sakari on it. I see a lot of women. What appears to be Israelite women. Yeah, it says here, Jeremiah 16, verse 19. It says, "Oh, you." So she's not part of One West. My strength and my fortress, and my refuge in the day of affliction. Gentiles shall come unto thee from the ends of the earth, and shall say, surely our fathers have inherited lies, vanity, and things wherein there is no profit. Now, people say that that's talking about the Gentiles, finding out that they're not the people, like the small hats. This is talking about the Israelites. That's the great awakening. That's all it is. The descendant of Esau can even defend himself. I guess they said can't even defend themselves. He couldn't look you in the eyes. The ones that I met, they truly believe that they're the people because they taught that from childbirth. They taught that from childbirth. There's a super elite that knows the truth. So when they defend who they are, they're doing it based upon what they learned from children. Okay, this individual, we are watching you from Africa, sons and daughters of the Most High God. And this is definitely definitely a fulfillment of Matthew 24. This gospel shall be preached throughout the whole world, then the end shall come. So the end is right around the corner. I don't know how long this is going to be. Like I said, I'm going to see where the Spirit takes me. This all praises to the Most High, Abba, Yah, which this person is not a part of One West. Great job, brothers. Shalom. One Western. Yahweh Yahushai is my Elohim. It should be it shouldn't be Elohim. It should be Eloi or Allah. Allah Yah, my power. He means powers. Well, yeah, you can say it that way. They are powers. We know some Hebrew. So we know that Isaiah chapter 19, verse 18 is being fulfilled because we know Hebrew. We know how to call on the names of the Most High, pursuant to Baruch 2, verse 30, down to about 33, 34. So Jake, the Israelites are waking up. So let's just listen to a little bit of this. Hope you can hear it.
Are Palestinians Jewish? Are Palestinians Jewish? Palestinians. Are they Jewish? Yeah.
Yes, Palestinian Jewish. Yes. Most of them are Muslims. There's some Christians. Jewish.
So is Islam or is Judaism or no, is Judaism a religion or is it a country or a nation? It's a religion.
Yeah.
So what about the actual nation? The actual nation of Israel, the actual the Jew people.
We have just a nation, and Talmud they are saying just a nation, like
Keeping the religion. Where can I find that in the Bible? You know where I can find that where Jews are instructed to keep the Jewish religion, the Judaism? Yeah, in the Talmud. Where at in the Talmud? You can't find it in the Torah.
Talmud is
Notice you mentioned Talmud. They really don't really deal with the Torah. They do partially, but they mostly their go-to book is the Talmud. You don't want to know what's in the shit that it says in the Talmud, you know. So pretty much they go by what their teachers, their master teachers tell them. And that's why they believe that they're the people. Like I said, this man right here, he looks like he was born into it, circumcised on the 8th day. So, he's not one that, in my opinion, he's not one that knows who the real people are, and he's privy to the secret, because he's an average, what we call small hat. Well, he has a big hat. Let's listen to a little bit more. Like I said, let's see where the Spirit takes me.
In the Talmud, it tells Jewish people to seek Judaism. In the Talmud, it tells Jewish people to keep Judaism, the religion. So, are you do you descend from Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob? So then, I guess I didn't know that, but we actually.
So when he asked him, "Do you descend from Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob?" he said, "Yes." Now they're taught about Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, but they also their masters teach them about Esau, and they teach, and this is coming from one of them. This is a couple of times I spoke to them, and they said that when you mention Jacob and Esau, or they put the air up like what? And you say Jacob and Esau. When you say Esau, oh yeah, Esau, they're the two brothers. From Abraham and Isaac and Jacob and Esau. Yes, Jacob and Esau. That's how they say it. They don't say Esau. They'll say Esau. And then they'll say, we Jacob. And then I'll tell them, no. I said, you're Esau. And then I explain to them that they're Esau, and then they want to walk down. You're looking at their watch and want to walk down the street. But like I said, I'll say it again. The majority of them, 99% of them, really believe that they're the people because they were born into it from child. That's all they know. And it's a close-knit communities. They marry among themselves. They don't go out. They're among themselves. Certain parts of Brooklyn, Eastern Parkway, and so forth. So let's listen to a little bit more. So this is why the ADL came against Kyrie and Nick. I believe ADL was behind. They had to be behind Nick Cannon. This was like a year and a half ago, whatever. Ye coming out saying it. Kyrie saying it. The IUIC marching around Barclays Center. This is like bringing light to this subject. This, like I said before in other videos, this is a controversy. The scriptures speak about a controversy. If you say there's no such thing as controversies or conspiracies, Bishop Nate said conspiracy theories are generally come from nuts. Well, there's conspiracies in the scriptures. Let me go to the word conspiracy. Conspiracies. If I'm spelling it right. I knew I was going to spell it wrong. Conspiracies. Okay, let's do this. Conspiracy. I should have put in conspiracy. Okay, let's come back. Let me do it this way. Conspiracy. Okay, here it is. Conspiracy with a Y. Ten times in 10 verses. Let's just go down the line. 2 Samuel 15, verse 12, and Absalom, which David's son sent for Ahithophel, the Gileonite, David's counselor from his city, even from Gilead, while he offered sacrifices, and the conspiracy was strong, for the people increased continually with Absalom. So Absalom, his role was to he came against his father. He was having sexual relations with his father's concubines. He despised his father, and he wanted to take the kingdom from his father, and he ultimately wanted to kill his father. That's how you're gonna take the kingdom. And so this is a whole big story right here. Ahithophel, they spoke of Ahithophel. Matter of fact, let me do this. Let me do this. Let me go to Ahithophel, part of our history. Let me do this here. It's 20 times. Let me try this. Okay, that's not what I wanted. Let me do this. Okay, this is what I wanted. This is what I wanted. Now, when you read that, David got a little, fearful because he had this guy, he had David's chief counselor. So this is what it said of Ahithophel. It said, in the council of Ahithophel, which he counseled in those days, is as if a man had inquired at the oracle of God. So was all the counsel of Ahithophel, both with David and with Absalom. So when you spoke to this guy, Ahithophel, it was just like you speaking to the Most High. Like you had a hotline to the Most High. I'm in trouble. Yeah, how about you now, Shai? I mean, what do I do about the situation? Now you talking to God. You talking to a power, angel. God meaning angels, could mean the Most High, could mean Yahweh Shai, meaning this man's counsel and wisdom was outer worldly, beyond man's. He was the wisest man, the wisest counselor to ever exist on the planet Earth, or one of them. So when you talk to this man about a situation, he gave you wise counsel, as if you were talking to God. Now, God, you can translate it into one of the angels, Yahweh Shai, or the Most High. So that was a chess move by Absalom because he was a part of this conspiracy. So he got a key piece of the chessboard to be on his side, and that feared David. And ultimately, Absalom had to be put to death. And Joab was the one that the captain, the general. The word is prince, but it means general, captain. He was the one that went against David's orders because David had nothing but love for Absalom, and the people kept coming to Absalom because number one, of his beauty and his fame. The women loved him, the men wanted to be him. So they was like, F David. So they went against the king. So let's look up the word conspiracy. I'm sorry. Conspiracy. The word there is quashah, conspire, treason, alliance. So now Bishop Nate said cons- conspiracy theorists are generally nuts. Well, wait a minute. There was a conspiracy right here during the time of King David. When a man and woman gets married, and after so many years, the woman has an affair with another man, and she falls in love with the man. She wants to marry the man, but she says, "Well, I can't do it unless I divorce my husband." She can say, "I want a divorce," or put a put a insurance policy on him, set him up to be killed, and then collect the money. That's why when somebody gets killed mysteriously, who's the first subject? The spouse. They realize that she was dealing with some guy, and they get more clues together, and then all of a sudden they arrest her and they arrest the man. That's a conspiracy. So if this guy says, "I don't know, there's something strange about my wife," seems like a conspiracy. That makes him a nut. No, that makes you a nut. Anyway, I just wanted to cover that. So this whole thing with these people saying that they're the people is a conspiracy, and it's privy to the super elite that are over these people. And us coming out saying that we're the people, what does that become? You can't say, "Well, you're anti-Semitic." Well, wait a minute. What are we saying? Well, we're Semitic too. Yeah. So that's a controversy there. And they don't even understand that there's more than one. Uh, there's more than one Semitic or Shemitic group of people out there. Even Bishop Nate said that in one of them interviews. He said the Chinese, the Japanese, so-called white man, the Arabs, the East Indians. He mentioned a whole, in Israel. See, they're backing up because Israel's not backing down because we truly believe that we're the people, which we are the people, and we can prove that. So they don't want to sit down at the table and go into the facts. There's no war releases of small hats, uh, pasty small hats working under the Egyptians because that's still up there in certain parts of Egypt. All you got to do is go to Google and put in Jews under Jewish slaves in Egypt, or whatever way you want to write it, and then go to images. You're gonna see the Egyptians being super tall, and then you're gonna see the slaves being a lot shorter than them, but they both look black, and some of them different shades of brown, to like a medium caramel to a dark brown. Those and then you see them with the like braids in the hair, and some of them have fringes on. So, and the garments that they wear, Middle Eastern style garments. So we are the people. So they don't want that to happen. That's why they kind of pulling back, and they're not trying to sue the IUIC because they assume IUIC has lawyers. So this is what? This is a controversy, and that's throughout the scriptures. A controversy. Let's look that up. 13 times in 12 verses. The Lord has also has a controversy with Judah. Hosea 4:1. Hear the word of Yahweh, ye sons of Yasha'Allah, for the Yahweh had the controversy with the inhabitants of the land, because there is no truth, no mercy, nor knowledge of the Most High in the land. That's why we got pushed out. So let's go to the word controversy. Rayab, strife. The debate comes from the word strife, a word fight, controversy, dispute, strife, quarrel, argument, or debate is an argument. Dispute, controversy, cause at law. This is the best definition right here. Cause at law. That's why you have courts. Courts are set up to deal with controversies. You have a contract. The person breaches the contract. You bring the contract in. What part of the contract did he breach? They show it to the judge. Is your signature on it? Yes. Is his signature on it? Yes. Okay, it's in favor of this guy because you violated the contract. Open and shut case. So now this thing is a controversy. These people calling this out the people. And if they keep going, they're going to find out that they're the Edomites. And then we're going to give them the information that they fit the Edomites. They look like the Edomites. This guy right here, you see his hair? See his, what color is that? That ain't black. Let's listen to a little bit more, then I'm gonna get ready to close.
Descend from Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob too. Yeah. Yeah, they were dark like us too.
According to Deuteronomy 28, we went into slavery by ships. Chapter 28, verse 68. You know, I don't see anywhere where it says that we went into slavery by train.
Y'all. You remember when y'all went into slavery on ships? Which slavery was that when y'all went in on ships? When? Did you go on slavery on ships, your people? Yeah. Which one? What situation was that?
The Roman Empire.
The Roman Empire. What history is that? What year was that?
2,000 years ago.
2,000 years.
Talking about 70 AD, there was some young men of Israel that were supposedly taken. I don't know where it's found. Give me the book, chapter, and verse, vocab Malone. You always say that. You never give me the book, chapter, and verse. And it's hard to find. I mean, if I look for it, if it's there, I'll find it. But it's supposedly in the so that shows you that he knows, that he knows. But when you go to Deuteronomy 28 chapter, and you say, okay, we're at the part of the curses. What is that? Starting from the 15 verse, 15, 16, 17, 18, 32, 68, 64, 48, 47, these verses, 29. What vocab Malone would say is, oh, well, that happened during the Assyrian Empire. Yeah, that also happened during the Assyrian Empire. Well, you don't understand Deuteronomy 28 chapter, because Deuteronomy the 28 chapter, the curses are ongoing. And it's not just with one nation. Because it tells you in Deuteronomy 28 chapter, it says, these nations that I show, I can go to it, but I'm not going to go to it. Somebody can put it up in the comment section. They use the word nations with an S. So if you say it's talking about the Assyrians, okay, we go with that. We got no problem with that. If you say it's talking about the Babylonians, we got no problem with that. If you say it's talking about the Greeks when we were Hellenized, we got no problem with that. If you say it's talking about the Romans, which if you go to Deuteronomy 28:50, we say that's talking about the Roman. It speaks about the siege. Secretly, they shall eat their sons and daughters secretly in the siege. We say, and that their high walls coming down. I believe that's also in Deuteronomy 28. It's also in Luke, was it Luke 20, Luke 21, I believe Luke 19. Because when the Lord speaks about, like in Matthew 24, he's talking about two incidences. He's talking about He's talking about the 70 AD, and he's talking about the time that we're living in right now. It says a time of trouble. And I believe it's Matthew 24. I'm almost positive. But that goes directly back to Daniel 12, which we're coming to the time of trouble. And it's not, and the time of trouble is only going to come one time. We've been in trouble in the past, but we haven't experienced the time of trouble as of yet. So vocab Malone is off because he's saying, oh, it's talking about the Assyrians. I heard him say that. It's talking about these, it's talking about the Assyrians, it's talking about the Babylonians, it's talking about the Greeks, it's talking about the Romans. But now, can you say all these prophecies fit the Romans? No, because the Romans never put us in yokes of iron. What they did was they made us tributary. You pay taxes, we'll leave you alone. So where did they put us in shackles and yokes of iron? Now, it'll say the Assyrians, but it also says that we also know it took place in America, cargo and the transatlantic slave trade, because are the small are these people are they now receiving the blessings? Nope, because they would all be in the land, and they would be the top nation on the planet Earth, and everybody would be following the laws around the earth. So whoever the people are, the Israelites, they're still under the curses. How do we know that? Because they're not under the blessings. This guy is not in the Palestine. Okay, he doesn't run shit. He commits a crime, he's going to jail. So they do not run shit. So the blessings are coming. We receive the cursings. We receive the blessings, then the cursings, and we're going to receive the blessings again. We're going to go back to Deuteronomy 28, 1 to what, 14, 15. So these people are not really under the curses. They're not really not cursed, but they're not under the full blessings either. They're not running the whole world. The U.S. has to send billions of dollars every year for years since they got over there, I believe, to that land. They have to set up these things called a kibbutz, where they have to take, because it's like a desert out there. It's barren. They had to make man-made forests and so forth. You got moles over there. You got the Pink City, Tel Aviv. So these are definitely not the people. And the leadership of that place is the so-called Israeli Knesset, which is a political, political group. So it's not ruled by the laws of the Most High. So they don't want to sit down and have a discussion, But now it's a controversy. Somebody jumped up and said, "You're not the people." No, we say that we're the people. We're not even saying you're not the people. We're saying we're the people, and you're saying anti-Semitic. But how can we be anti-Semitic when we're Semitic ourselves or Shemitic ourselves? Anyway, with that, I'm gonna say shalom. On to the next one.